So our orchard tour begins at Kissing Rock. This is, ouchie, the second. Here's Kissing Rock. Apparently I need to do a little more wood burning to that. But here we go. Yeah, give you an idea of what we're dealing with. We bought the property 4 years ago. Almost all the fields looked like this, full of scrub brush, overgrowth, and beyond from the field as we're walking or driving the mule about. If the sun was shining just right, you can see, oh my gosh, look, you see apples back there. We had found this rock on one of our walks with just pushing our way through the scrub and the brush, and we cleared out around it and aptly named it Kissing Rock. So anybody who comes to visit, come have a seat, enjoy the view overlooking the property, and have a smooch or two. And we found that yes, there's a few apple trees here, but my gosh, as we're walking, we're finding more and more apple trees. So, we finally bought a brush hog, and on weekends, Dan comes back and starts clearing and pushing his way back. And yes, there's a lot of debris on the ground that we need to clear. We need to get a lot of debris and cut the old off the trees, off the lower limbs. It's definite work in progress. Once again, this is what we were dealing with, this type of brush to get through and find the apple trees. And yep, apples, lots of them. And as we're clearing, we're beginning to see the signs of yet another developed orchard. And we think actually that this is probably bigger than the other one that we have back beyond what we call the hidden field. And as we're clearing here, we start numbering some of them as we go. That red tag means this particular apple, which has really, as you can see, they're on the ground and past their prime, has a very high bricks count. So as we are testing the apples with the refractometer, if it has bricks of 15 or higher, it gets the red tag. So we know to come back to it. And that makes it a good cider apple, which quite frankly most of these are. Some variety of apples there, crab and otherwise. So let me back you up. Let's go on a quick little tour. Yeah, a lot of cleaning to do. He was able to get underneath. How he managed to do that, a lot of ducking, a lot of hard work, but this is going to be our job this fall, I believe. So we'll come out with saws and loppers and just really trim up these trees, because we want this, quite frankly, to be safe enough for not only us but for others to come back and enjoy. This is truly a treasure here. Go this way. I was going to take you to the right, but since we're over here, oops, apples back in there, so we'll clear out around here eventually. Sadly, once again, this is pretty much past prime season. No, let's go this way. I tell you, there's some absolutely delicious apples on this property. Some you will never taste. Ah, look at that one. Let's give it a taste, shall we? Oh my gosh, look at it. It's beautiful. Give it a wipe down, clean it up. Taste it. That's a good apple. Not extraordinarily crisp, but great flavor. That one. I can tell you right now, this apple belongs in the russet family. The texture is rough, has a golden mustard overtone to it, and from what we've discovered, not only are these apples very delicious, but they have a high Brix count as well. Fantastic flavor. Apple picker. Let's see. Let's find a good one of these. Here we go. Look at that one. So, the color is so unique. All good. We continue on our tour. So, once again, more clearing, lots more that has been done. Go ahead and take you out to where another opening of the field. Oh gosh, look at even more he's done over there. Look at that. One apple left in this tree. I think it has my name on it. You know what was in there? Wasp. They had their name on it too. We'll share. Let me wipe it off. I can tell you why the wasp have been after it. That is a sweet apple. Yum. Now, here's another one of the paths out. Another entrance from our field. If you can see. Let's see if you can see it. Yep. There's our new shed. Sitting in front of orchard, vine vineyard, Marquette grapes, and that will be the processing center, we hope someday, of pressing our own cider and making our own wine. That could be something. So let's go back in. Walk a little faster, give the quicker tour. As you can see, my gosh, all the clearing. And I'm going to tell you once again, this is just what I'm showing you here is just a fraction of what we have. I don't want to use up all the videotape showing you basically the same things. This wild grapevine. And no wild grapes up there. Just a treasure trove of apples. Old variety heirloom apples. Flavors, textures, taste, looks that you don't typically find in the grocery store. Let's have a look at this apple. Yep, somebody has enjoyed it. One thing I will say is the smell of fermenting apples is quite strong right now. Here we go. Let's give this a taste. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Crisp, juicy, yum. Yep. Okay, Dan. We'll have to clear back underneath this apple tree for next year. That's a lot of apples that we need to collect. Those are really good. Oh my gosh. I'm eating the whole thing of this one. Continue on the path, one of many. See my bucket over there where I was collecting earlier. You definitely see signs of structure in this orchard that we are guessing was planted. Well, let's see, our house was built in 1860. Because these apples are a variety that you really just don't see on the store shelves. We are guessing this apple orchard was probably planted not too long after the property was purchased. Yep, that's what we do. Find apples that have been knocked to the ground and pick up, clean, taste. Did you hear that crunch? Oh my gosh. Yum. I knew there was a reason I didn't eat breakfast this morning. Wait a minute. I want to show you these. Very unique coloring. Isn't that awesome? Let me clean it up for you. Let me taste this. I'll taste it for you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Don't think I'm ignoring these yellow apples. Here. Look at one. Let's find a good one. So, finding a lot of these yellow apples tend to have some coloring on them that most people would find unappealing. Some call them ugly apples. But trust me, this is one of those cases where looks are deceiving. Clean it up. Get a better picture on here. Take a bite. Once again, wow. The flavors, the uniqueness of what we have here is beyond measure. We really have treasure here. And trying to clear it out so that we have access to the apples where it's not so torturous, quite frankly, to try to collect them. But also to be able to share with everyone. So, yep, it's a lot of debris we need to... Here's an example of an old apple tree. Apples have since come down. The limbs, if it's in our way, we just end up breaking them off until we can come back and actually clear it a little bit better. I'm going to take you back here because yesterday the sun was shining just right as we were touring what Dan has diligently tried to clear out. And lo and behold, we look up and I don't know if you can see this. Here is, see this right here. See the base of that tree, how tiny it is? That it is a tall tree, tall skinny tree. And it has, hopefully you can focus. It's kind of dark. Let's see if I can get it this way. Well, I collected them. I get what I could. There we go. It's another type of apple tree. Now what's interesting about this is obviously a relatively new tree because the size of it indicates that. But the apples themselves, they are either a really, really, really tiny apple variety or a super large crab apple variety. Now, in my experience, most of the crab apples we've tasted have been bitter. You know, most people don't care for them. But those apples are sweet. So, little research will go on there. Let's see. I don't see much of a path here, so I'm going to suggest that Dan's clearing came to an end. However, as you can see, a lot of apples on the ground. And wow. These were good-sized apples. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. What? Wow. Okay. Did we just find something new here? This has not been cleared out around. I just came upon it. That is a huge apple. And when I say huge, I'm talking about the standard size that we typically find back here because of the canopies being so overgrown. Look at the trunk of that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Well, something got to that, but I am excited. What the heck are these apples? So, I'm going to collect a few that are, ouch. See, this is why it's hard right now. We don't want people coming back and injuring themselves. So, let me go this way. Oh, that's another good one. Look at that. How unique. Okay, and the size, like I said, is tremendous for out here because the canopy of the trees are so overgrown. It's typically hard for these apples to get of any size. So not only are we clearing out the underbrush and the growth to try to get to the trees themselves. Ah, can you see that? That is a deer path. But also, like right there, we need to trim it up. We need to make this accessible for fruit pickers to come back and just really take advantage of what's here. Ah, another deer path. And yes, we do have deer. I will go back this way. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've made the clearing. Let's head back. Which path? Now the good news is I won't get lost because I can just follow the sound of the traffic. It appears that we have hit an end to our trail. We'll go back here. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little visit to Peaceful Acres Farm and our recovering efforts of the orchard. So for now, I bid you adieu. I am going to go home, research these apples a little bit, and tell you what I find.